You may be planning your next website and have come across the fact that most hosting companies are charging for a domain and hosting separately. So, what is the difference between the two? Shouldn't you just pay one price and have your website on the internet forever? Well, not quite. First, let's get a breakdown of the basics. You can think about a domain like a special address that you own on the internet. The domain is what somebody will type into a search engine to go directly to your own website. The following are examples of a domain. All of the above are domains. Once you have paid for a domain upfront, you then own that particular domain and have the right to use it or to sell it to anyone you choose. Domains also have a yearly renewal fee. Typically, companies prefer to choose domain names that relate to their direct names. Sometimes a domain you're searching for might be taken already. In that case, you can either abbreviate the name or add an adjective to the end of the name or just choose a new name. For example, when I was looking for our company name domain, my first choice was neptune.com. But unfortunately, it was already taken, so I settled on neptunedesign.co.za. You typically want to go for a name that is shorter and easier to remember for your clients. Domain prices can have huge variations and fluctuations in value, with the most expensive domain ever reported sold going for $49.7 million. That's right. But usually domains aren't that expensive. They're much more affordable, and some can even be found for around $3. Typically, if you would like to get a .com, .org, or .co.uk, you have to pay a little bit more than average. Remember the previous analogy of having a special address? Now, let's say you have a website, emails, and a whole bunch of data that you want to store at that address. You will then need to rent a space to store that information. This is where hosting comes in. Hosting is basically you renting the storage space on a server for your data. Hosting is typically charged monthly. So let's say, for example, you want to launch a website. That website's data files will be kept in storage and you will be charged a monthly fee to store your data there. Once your hosting is in place and your domain is purchased, anyone will be able to see your website. Your emails will also be included in your hosting package. The more emails you have, typically the larger hosting package or size that you will need. Luckily, most hosting companies are kind enough to notify you when you're out of storage, so that won't be a problem. And you can always upgrade your hosting package at a later stage. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. And if you're looking for hosting, check us out at neptunedesign.co.za. Also, anyone who signs up to our newsletter gets 15% off their first hosting bill. Thank you very much for watching. Like or subscribe if you like this video, and support us with the links below.